Tonight on the King Omar Sharif Show, we got some more relationship talk for y'all. And we're going to be talking about intimacy. And probably not the kind that you're thinking about. We're going to be talking about mental intimacy. It all starts there. It all starts with our connection and how our feelings develop in our hearts. And a lot of times we skip over that part. I'm one who's done it. So let's talk about it.
Why you always coming in here wilding with your bad energy? You always trying to mess up my energy. Come on, with all these violent vibes, man. Get out of here with that negative energy.
Good to say, you ain't got nothing good to say. Ain't nothing different from yesterday. The day before, you should like your jaw. That right there is the hater way. On the hater way, going right away. Cause with Omar, she likes to play. You should watch your mouth, go and wash it out. Rinse it too, I got things to do. Oh, I'm so sick of you. I told my mama and my therapist too. I get so drained hearing you complain. Took the name sex, I know the love is lame. I hope that dream didn't board that plane. I'm loving you more than the Lord insane.
Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you back to the King Omar Sharif Show, where we turn our bad into good situations. This show is all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight as I continue to pour my heart and my soul and my love into this channel to try to get somebody else some different perspectives about themselves, their relationships, their health, mental, physical, spiritual, and anything else we may be dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for subscribing. Please be a part of this family right here. Hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, leave a comment. Let us know how you feeling out there. Let us know what state or country you may be representing from. I would love to know that as well, all right? So be sure to be a part of the family, y'all. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna do this each and every Tuesday night, and we're gonna be adding some more nights as we go along. So welcome back to the show, and I'm thankful that you're joining me here tonight. So tonight, I wanted to dive back into some relationship talk. I have some experience with that. Oftentimes, my friends or family would come to me and ask me my advice about their relationships. So I'm no guru or anything, but I like to put my experiences and my thoughts and what I feel in my heart to create for the channel and put out there, okay? Because I know I'm not the only one experiencing things like this, thoughts like this, emotions like this. So since we family, let's share it, all right? So we're talking about intimacy. And the first thing that comes to mind, you think about being intimate. You think about being physical. You think about putting on some nice slow music. You thinking about lighting candles. You thinking about putting that work in, right? But that's not what makes intimacy very intimate, in my opinion. I believe that we really need to dive in deep to understand the person that we're giving ourselves to and sharing that intimate moment with. And in my opinion, I think we all kind of just, not everybody, I don't mean to say we all, but oftentimes I believe that we just rush into things. We barely even know the individuals who we're laying up with, right? Oftentimes, I was just talking to my cousin about this the other day. And he's been in a relationship for many, many years, and you know, through the ups and downs. But talking to him, he's like, man, I didn't even know that she went through so much in her childhood and her upbringing that may affect those intimate moments, that may affect, I'm talking about the physical side of it. And you don't quite understand because she or he may have not expressed those broken emotions from the past, that hurt from the past, the people that have hurt her or him in the past, because this works for both sides, all right? Women aren't just the ones that get physically abused, emotionally abused. Young boys, young men, we see it in the news, and we just know from knowing individuals who are brave enough to share their experiences with others. This is how we know this is taking place. Unfortunately, way too much. So I wanted to say, hey, how can we bring what we have together and beyond and reach a place that you or I have never really experienced? And the only thing that can really come to mind is starting from the beginning, taking our time, being patient to really get to know the person that we're with. I haven't done that. I don't even know if I've ever taken my time to the extent where after we got together that certain things didn't catch me off guard. Okay, and that's why it's important to take your time. Ladies, especially you out there, you know that oftentimes you want to get these aggressive men, they want to get you in the bed, they want to bring you back home, and they're not really caring about who the person is underneath the beauty. They're not thinking about that. They're only thinking about that physical attraction. And then all the other stuff will come up. It's like, man, if I knew this about you, I would have never even got anywhere close to you. And that's just the realistic truth about it. And even with others in my past, like you rush into things and then you get those unwanted surprises, right? Those are the surprises that we like, make you scream, age you, make you feel pain, disgust. We don't want those surprises. So everybody's gonna give you their best version of themselves when you meet them. That's just the honest truth. But when you take your time and once you become friends, because that's very important, right? Once you feel like this person is comfortable and you're comfortable with sharing things from your past because you've developed a friendship, a genuine friendship, before sex, before anything else physical can come into play, that's when you start to develop trust. That's when you say, okay, now you got your mask off. Let's talk about where you've come from so I can understand the individual that's standing before me right now today. Instead of saying, oh my God, I never knew this happened to her. I never knew he's been through this. Oh, that explains it. This is why when we trying to be physically intimate, something feels off. Something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel natural. Something doesn't feel intimate. Okay? So this is why I wanted to talk about tonight. We really got to focus in on mental intimacy, making love to your partner's mind. That's the deepness and the beauty of the physical part, because once you have that connection here, and then the feelings develop here and they begin to grow and we nurture them and we understand each other. When it's time to get all kissy, when it's time to give hugs and love and embrace each other, it hits different. It really hits different. So I'm just trying to save whoever out there who is listening tonight from wasting their time with not taking your time and not taking those moments to really understand and pull back those layers of the person that you're dating, of the person that you're giving your time to. Okay? So one thing that I believe we need to do to try to make things mentally connected between each other is take your time, of course, work on that friendship, be patient, and then when you get comfortable enough with each other, that's when we start having serious conversations about what we've been through, about where we've been, because that's going to allow you to have that understanding that I've been talking about. So let's talk about your history, okay? Have you been in a position or in a place where somebody has made you feel so uncomfortable or done something to you that was so horrible that you have never spoken about it? Because oftentimes when people get violated physically for their bodies, unwantingly, That's not something that they ever tell others because they may feel like somebody may not believe them. Oh, that's cousin. Oh, that's uncle. Oh, that's father. Whoever, and they might feel like, well, if I open up and, this happening to you as a child, an adolescent, you don't know how to express those things a lot of the times. You don't even understand these things. Oh, I thought this was a leader in my life. I thought this was someone who provides guidance in my life. I thought this was somebody who protects me in my life. But once they violate that, a lot of confusion and things can happen. And this is for men and women, boys and girls. All right. So I know it's not something that people feel comfortable about talking to others about. But I believe if somebody's been holding something in for so long and you can speak in confidentiality and in confidence that you're sharing your history with somebody that you can trust, isn't going to share it with everybody else. Okay, so I believe we got to walk into those rooms, have those conversations, sit at the dinner table sometimes and just say, hey, has this ever taken place in your life? And have you sought help? Have you gotten help? Is this something that you still hold on to? Because when it's time for us to become intimate, you don't want that confusion for either one of you, because you don't want somebody hanging on to that hurt for the rest of their lives. Nobody should have to, for one, experience that, and two, should have to hang on to it forever. Okay? No matter how much somebody may love you, they still could always revert back to that pain where it all started initially. Okay? So that's something to think about. And with that, that's something that you two could have a better connection with each other, because now you're developing an emotional connection. Okay? Now we're talking about mental intimacy. That's emotions. Okay? So now we're working on our bond. We're building a bond. We're working on trusting each other. And once you have those conversations, and you should have these other conversations before that, you should have some type of intellectual connection. Okay? I'm not saying that you two gotta be two scholars and talking about the planets and the moons and the stars, but I think that you two should be able to enlighten each other's minds to some degree. And maybe y'all can learn some things together. That's always great for growth as well, right? So having that intellectual connection, I believe, is something that stimulates the mind, because there's a lot of attractive people out here. And however you feel about yourself or not, and I hope that you feel like you're attractive, I hope that you love how you look, I hope that you embrace yourself. And if there are things that you don't enjoy about yourself when you look in the mirror, have that power and strength to put in some work, to change diets, just to do things to make yourself fall in love with yourself, if you're not already there. But beyond what we see, we have to see someone's soul. We have to see somebody's mind. We got to see somebody's heart. Oftentimes, you may want to know how somebody was with their mom. You may want to know if that man or woman is in their child's lives currently and playing an active role, because who knows? You know what I mean? You may end up becoming pregnant. You too may be having a child one day. So we got to have more substance in the relationship beyond what we see, because people's physical appearances, they change all the time. They change with the seasons. You got summer bodies, you got winter bodies, you got all kinds of bodies. And you got aging, you got accidents. Anything can happen where the dynamic of what we see as beauty can change over time or in an instant, all right? And creator forbid any of these wild accidents happening to me or you out there, but accidents happen every day, y'all. And people change depending upon how bad it is in the blink of an eye. And do you have enough mental intimacy and connection and can say that we make love to each other's minds before we make love to each other's bodies? That's what's really gonna be the glue. That's what's really gonna keep us and keep y'all together. So it don't feel like it's just some blowing in the wind kind of a relationship. That means it could go in any direction at any time. And fellas, oftentimes, I've had conversations with women. I see or hear how women are pregnant or they just give birth to their child and the man is gone already. So to me, everything that I just explained to y'all about taking your time and actually liking somebody, actually knowing who somebody is, actually developing real love for this person. Somebody asked me recently, and shout out to you because you stimulate my mind, but she asked me, what's something that I look for when I'm trying to have a connection with somebody? And her answer, she gave me her answer before I even gave her mine. And she said, loyalty is her thing. And I hear about loyalty on different shows. Oh, you rather have respect, you rather have loyalty. Oh, you rather have loyalty. Oh, you rather have this. But for me, when I broke it down in my mind, I said, I'd rather have somebody who has genuine care for me. If you have genuine care for me, that means you're interested about who I am, about where I've been, about where I'm going, about what I've been through. You're interested in that. If you care about me, you want to be there for me when I'm having these bad days, and we all are going to have bad days, right? If you care about me, you want to speak my love language and you want to just show love in any capacity that you can. When you care about me, that loyalty is going to be there, that respect is going to be there, that trust is going to be there, that honesty is going to be there. You not wanting to see me hurt is going to be there. The hope is going to be there that we are going to sustain through the years, that we are going to become our own individuals who we want to be, but we're going to become great together as well. So the only way you can genuinely care for somebody is if you take your time to really get to know them. Take your time. It's no rush. How many bad relationships have we had? A lot. I've had a lot. If it even developed into a relationship at all. How many people have we dated and it never got past that? A lot. Okay? For one, we don't take our time to get to know people. And two, this made me think about a post I saw. This young lady was praying. She said, God, Jesus, why haven't you sent me a good man? And then on the other side of the post, it was a picture of Jesus. And he said, I did send you a good man, but he took you to Cheesecake Factory and you stopped dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the things like that we allow the outside society and how they set the bar and oftentimes lower the bar, right? Because sometimes the standards ain't really standards. They ain't really what they supposed to be anyway. But things like that distract us from maybe the person that we really supposed to be with. And on the flip side of that, we don't take our time at all and we just rush into things. Oftentimes, bad things come from that. That's why we got 10 relationships, 20 relationships, 30 relationships within a lifetime. 40 relationships, no relationships for years, but you out there dating and doing your thing. Like, there's no substance, just abuse, and most often, in a lot of cases, I should say. So let's break away from that. Before I dive into the next thing that I want to talk about, let me know in the comments right now, men and women, ladies, is it cool to go to the Cheesecake Factory? Are you a Cheesecake Factory kind of a lady? Is it okay to do that? And you could be 5-star restaurant, whatever star restaurant above the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not speaking bad about the Cheesecake Factory, but are you that kind of individual? And fellas, would you feel some type of way if you took her to the Cheesecake Factory and she's like, I ain't eating here? Come on now. I think I'm gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory by myself this weekend. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna test it out. I think I've been there one time years ago, so I done forgot what's on the menu and how it is. But look for that. I'm gonna probably send y'all a short of me at the Cheesecake Factory, and I'll do a little review on how I thought the food was. But come on, y'all, let us know in the comments, is the Cheesecake Factory cool to go to still? And would you have a problem with somebody that you took to the Cheesecake Factory or any other restaurant on that level? Let's not just say the Cheesecake Factory, okay? If they had a big problem with that, all right? So let us know in the comments, and something we could talk about. And who knows, maybe we could do a little matchmaking out there and get this whole mental intimacy thing rolling for somebody out there. That would be great too. One thing that has always worked in my favor, and I feel like is important for me because I'm a funny guy. I don't get to show it often on the channel right here, but I believe once I start interacting more with other people and I'm thinking on the spot, y'all will be able to dive into my sense of humor. But I think that laughter allows people to form a great connection with each other. So ladies, if you're the one with the sense of humor, or fellas, if you're the one with the sense of humor, or both of y'all are two people with the funniness and the jokes, I think that does a lot for a relationship, okay? I think that really brings us together. And if neither one of you are funny, that's fine too. You could always watch something that makes both of y'all laugh. There's plenty of great comedians out here that stay on tour. Just get out there and laugh, y'all. That really helps develop that mental intimacy, okay? Also, being able to feel like you're safe with somebody, okay? Safe on different levels. You don't have to worry about somebody cheating on you and you catching something. That's safety. You don't have to worry about somebody harming you or putting their hands on you. That's safety. You don't have to worry about somebody speaking down to you and always just trying to rip you apart with their tongue like it's a sword. Shoo, shoo, shoo. That's safety. You don't have to worry about those things. So when you feel safe with somebody, that's gonna bring y'all closer together. When you're able to share what you want out of life with somebody, or for yourself, not with somebody. When you're able to share with someone your dreams, your aspirations, your goals in life, where you see yourself at the end of this year and the years beyond, in the near future, a few months from now, wherever it may be. If you're able to share these things with somebody, that can help inspire the other person if they're not on that same page that you're on, or it'll help somebody support you in what you're trying to accomplish with these dreams and goals. So that's another way for you two to have some type of mental stimulation and mental intimacy. When we're able to celebrate each other's progress in life, when you're able to be happy for somebody and proud of somebody and be able to tell somebody, hey, I'm proud of you, you did it. We did it together, because I was sitting here watching you study. I was sitting here watching you practice. I was sitting here rooting for you the whole time. When you share accomplishments, or you got a graduation coming up, or you got a promotion, or you just started a business, whatever it may be, you should have somebody with you that's happy for you, happy for y'all. When you got somebody that's upset that they didn't do it first, or you got somebody low-key mad because you winning, how is that something that's going to thrive? How? It don't make sense, right? How can it? And especially when you feel like somebody ain't happy for you after you super happy, you on the ceiling, but they still on the floor watching like, whatever. That'll make you feel some type of way. When you're able to respect each other's differences, because not everybody's gonna agree on everything. So if you're able to respect each other's differences and respect each other's own individuality, but y'all still have that bond together, I think that's a version and something that's gonna strengthen that mental intimacy. Respect the differences, but also come together when it's time to, for sure. Now, y'all know this is the Mind, Body, and Soul Control channel. And oftentimes, y'all hear me speaking of the Creator. And when I'm not on camera saying these types of things, each and every day I'm having conversations with the Creator. Each and every day is a blessing. And if you're seeing this right now, it reminds me, you are blessed. If you're able to read this shirt, let's zoom in a little bit on the camera. Lover and a fighter, you are blessed. And I believe I'm both. I am a lover. I love to love. I love to receive love. But I also have to fight for the things that I want. I also have to fight my weaknesses. I also have to fight my vices. I also have to fight myself so I could become a better person and become the man and become the leader and become everything else that the Creator has meant for me. I gotta fight for that, y'all. We are our biggest problems, and we gotta figure out solutions. We gotta figure out how we're gonna supply answers to ourselves, all right? So with that, I just wanted to say, develop your relationship with the Creator. Don't be fearful or kind of act like it doesn't matter when it does. Have that open conversation. Have that meditation time. Have that gratitude time. Because your life don't have to be how it is. You seeing me right now doesn't have to be a thing. To be gone in a minute, like I said. So speak to the Creator. And when you're going into building that mental intimacy, y'all should have conversations like that too. Put the Creator in these conversations, right? You do that, then that may bring an even stronger bond between the two of you. Okay? So I think that's a beautiful thing. And in my last relationship, which failed, all right, I wasn't so focused on the mental intimacy part of our relationship. Because as a man, you feel like, hey, the physical is what matters the most, right? And it doesn't, y'all. It doesn't. And when we go through our ups and downs, ebbs and flows, things become difficult. Like I just said, we're trying to fight ourselves so we can overcome the things that we're facing on a regular basis. So I failed. Now that I'm looking back at it, I see where I failed and I see where I could have been better at in so many aspects within our relationship. Because there were times where we had that spiritual connection, but then at some point it got lost. And being depressed will do that to you. Not being happy will do that to you in your own sense, in your own life. Not even talking about joining and doing it with somebody else. So that care, that laughter, all of those things that I mentioned that a lot of people hold as valuable things to have in a relationship, they get lost. Okay? And be sure to go back and watch Do What You Did to Get Me. That was another one that I did recently, maybe 2 weeks ago. Y'all can go back and check that out as well, because we forget what we did to get the individuals that we got, and we get lazy with our love. And that was something else that I had to figure out, but it was too late at that point, okay? So let's work on these friendships, y'all. Let's work on ourselves, of course. Make sure that we're ready for a relationship, that we got over our traumas and our past and our problems and the things that don't make us comfortable. Let's work on those things first. And then once we get with somebody that we have interest in, take your time, be patient, try to wait it out, allow that person to do the same thing that you were just doing before y'all make a decision on being together. And especially before babies start coming into the world, all right? Take y'all time, be patient, and I think that'll be the best way to develop your mental intimacy. All right, y'all, let's have some toast time with the king. Yes, indeed. Today, I made some pineapple lemonade, spring water and honey. It's on the money, I promise y'all. So y'all know each and every week we do some toast time with the king. So I hope that you have something good and nutritious for your body. If not, grab some water, grab something, right? So I believe that this toast should be for us being able to work on our own selves, be able to identify where we may not be strong mentally and emotionally, and work on those things before we invite someone else to join our lives. This toast is for us being able to take our time. This toast is for us being able to practice patience. This toast is for us being able to really get to know people. And maybe not just in an intimate relationship, friendships, anybody that we invite into our lives. Let's learn patience. Let's practice patience and have these conversations, uncomfortable conversations. This toast is to having uncomfortable conversations and us having the bravery and enough care for ourselves to identify the things that we've been through. All right, this toast is to us being able to deepen our friendships with the person that we're interested in, with the person that we're with right now. Because even if y'all together, you can still have these conversations. You can still dive in deep and strengthen your friendship and become best friends. This toast is just to us being amazing individuals and even stronger and happier together. All right, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. This is another show, King Omar Sharif. I thank y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, say where you from, say where you at, say what you think about tonight's show, all in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. That's love, y'all. I really impressed myself with these juices, I promise y'all. This show is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or any other qualified professional. Thanks for watching to the end. Again, if you enjoyed tonight's show, there's so much more to come, so much more to see, like this video and this one, y'all. Subscribe and be a part of the family. That's love.